Is this thing on?
It is it? Because the meeps don't know. Do they know that we shot a great, hysterical, amazing episode yesterday? And when we went to process and post it for you guys, there was no sound. So we had technical difficulties.
And the in-studio cameras we use here aren't time-coded.
No, so it wasn't like we could sync it up with the audio track. Like we will be able to do in a couple weeks, but
next week, actually.
Yeah. Well, if we find what we're looking for at the right price.
I know exactly what I'm looking for at what price.
I know you do, but you gotta let me shop around a little bit. Tell him women shop better. Just.
That's like sending you out trying to shop for, I don't know, heavy machinery.
Not
you don't know what to look for. You don't know what you need. You don't know. It's not like I need 20 pairs of pink pumps, honey.
I can read, and I can read specs, and I'm pretty savvy, and you know that. So.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess we should tell them what all the hubbub's about, because if they haven't gone to the page, they don't know. So you can tell
Hubbub?
them the hubbub.
You mean there's hubbub?
There's news hubbub.
Ooh.
Hubbub of many news. Hey, where's our audience tonight?
They're here. Everybody, let's cheer you up here. Well, that's, thank you. Yeah, no, that's actually my fault, because I usually do the little intros here.
Yes.
But
we're tired.
if we really look at it, yeah, we're wiped out.
We are
so
wiped. I have been the last 2 days.
We're just lucky we're here.
Up to my eyeballs in contracts and incorporations and limiteds and yeah. But it's all good. I mean, it's all good. So tell them the hubbub. Come on, it's your baby. You tell them the hubbub. I just work here.
Well, thank you, honey. But I really can't because I always have to, defer to you for the legal release and blah, blah, blah. No, you got to understand. Usually, we'll do a webisode here, and when we're all over and done with, and you guys think, oh, that's so cute, that was so fun, blah, 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 that was really cool. Yeah. I'm sitting here listening to an hour of screaming because you weren't supposed to say this and you said that in the wrong time and what the hell is it? So I'm going to leave. I've learned.
That's a little exaggerated, but...
I've learned. Learning is a good thing. And so
good.
I'm going to defer to the corporate HO, if you will.
Learning.
Ho, ho!
Learning husbands are a good thing. Gotta agree with that. So anyway, well, it's on the Facebooks, but we have been asked to be the production company, i.e. Screenwriter and director.
And producer.
And producer. Yes, we're the producers. Facilitate the production of a theatrical feature film. And
I can tell them the title, right?
You can tell them the title.
Can I?
Yes, you can. I can even. Hell, I'll even tell them the log line. Where's the thing?
Double sure.
Double sure. You can.
Okay.
Tell them. Yeah.
The title of the film is "Alone Are the Cunning
That's
Beyond
right.
Defiance."
Yes. Right. Well.
Ooh.
Well, Beyond Defiance is now the tagline. It's Beyond Defiance lies the realm of the outlaw. So
yes.
It's kind of a modern day western.
Well, the Defiance that we're talking about is the Daniel Craig film.
Yes, it's kind of a sequel, but not really. It's kind of it is kind of a sequel. It's not in any way a prequel. Anyway, it's about well, today we've incorporated Belsky Motion Pictures, and David Belsky is our current employee. His father is what the film Defiance. His father and his uncles is what the film Defiance is based on, and David is a friend of ours, and he wants to tell the stories of the children, and of the Belsky brothers' children. Now, once they came to America and they started their businesses in New York and their life, but most importantly, his life. So it's based on real events, and it's a biographical epic film.
A violent cowboy film.
It's a violent modern day cowboy film, yes. And but I have a premise and a way in which I'm going to be writing it that'll be kind of poignant. And he heard the log line today and was crying and was. At first I got nervous. I thought he hated it, but no. So I'm on the right track with the story, and yeah. So we started all that sort of pre-production today. Hubby's been like racking his brain over the budget and the equipment and everything that we need to be able to facilitate this quickly, because we wanted to start hitting the festival rounds when we can, and then obviously it's going to be a theatrical release. So yeah, it's all good, baby. It's all good. So TMFI, our first official feature film project, and just ours. Not just ours. Like not something that somebody else has done that we've come on board later to help finish or to do.
Well, and in several meetings, we've discussed things like the family name that's involved, the poignancy around the whole Nazi situation.
It's a pretty serious.
The whole post-Second World War thing.
Yeah.
Organized crime in New York through the decades after, and it's just really like this culmination to today.
Right.
And true story. It's all true.
Yeah.
And it's
except the parts that aren't. No. Dramatic license, baby. Dramatic license.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
But it's going to be, it's going to be beyond Defiance. But I mean, you look at Defiance, total budget $43 million.
Yeah, something like that.
Total receipts from box office $129 million.
Not bad. We can do that. We can live with that.
Total receipts from worldwide DVD distribution $208 million.
Yeah, that was the big one. The DVDs after, yeah.
And we're rolling in the park because this sequel, TMFI owns 10% of.
Yeah.
So how about that, gang?
But for me, more than that, this is like I said, this person is a friend of ours, and we've been hearing for what is it now, over a year, how this story needs to be told, and how we're the ones to tell it, because we're going to keep it accurate and keep it real, and it was an honor, and we really had to have serious powwows because the weight of the subject matter, we wanted to be able to do it absolute justice and make sure we were up to the task. Yeah, because this is no small indie. This is a feature. It's a theatrical release feature, and it's the real deal, and it's intense. And I think he mentioned something like Miramax was in competition to make the film too, but we're making the film, so that's huge.
Yeah, you're telling me. Hubby couldn't believe it because where he comes from, he's used to, your credit rosters, everything. And like he always says, he's got 17 years of experience on the West Coast. So he didn't think anybody would, pay him any mind on the East Coast without having done, several more years here, with the DGA and projects and, 800 hours on set. Well, and just because of the system the way it is, I mean, if you have a country or a company that you subcontract to any of the filmmakers in Vancouver, they're subcontracting to the LA film houses.
Right.
And so unless you stay right there in that industry, your credits don't mean anything because they're really never on the final printed product.
Right.
Right? Because you're always sub of sub, right?
Right.
So, this is one of the things in coming here and over the last 18 months now, I've had some great opportunities, don't get me wrong, but it's been really kind of tough immersing and getting into it with nothing.
Yeah, well, just getting used to the way that things are done here, it's diametrically opposed to how that's done there. Yeah. I mean, here, it doesn't matter how many credits and stuff you already have. That's not how you get a job here. how you get a job is, somebody thinks you're right for the project and they don't give a hoot, and that's it. And that's pretty much how it happens.
Well, and then earlier today too, I wrote up in my blog too about how important it is to find the right cinematographer.
Right.
And it's not just what their reel looks like and what their experience is. It's what that person type is, because you're going to be spending 20-hour days with them for
That's true.
months.
That's true. And I remember you were telling me a story about this one guy who had a certain shooting style, and it worked for the videos he was doing. Where was it? Thailand or Philippines or something like that. But then he came over here and he would shoot his films in the same style, and it just didn't translate.
Yeah.
So it's also important that, because, once you've been doing a job, like I write a certain way. I have a process to how I write, and I don't deviate. It's just how I write. I start with my outline, then I beat sheet everything, and then I do a draft, and that's how I write.
Mm-hmm.
I have screenwriter friends that they don't do any of that. They just sit down and write the script from page 1 to the end. Nothing, no notes, no anything, and I couldn't do that. Because I got to know the end before I start, and that's how I write.
Sure.
It's the same thing with cinematographers and DPs, the way they have their style and their eye and their vision. I guess it's the same with designers too. That's, I can understand that. So it's important to find one that matches the style of what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Well,
this film is going to be dark, gritty. I even said film noir today without the black and white.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be on the order of the kind of look of Reservoir Dogs.
Well, it's kind of like a modern. He loves the film True Grit, and it was so funny because I said we can't do True Grit in New Jersey. We just can't do that, But it's kind of like going to be of that kind of sense, where it's kind of like that whole. It's the sense of it.
Yeah.
I can't. It's not obviously not the costumes or the set or the locations or anything like that, but it's the feel of it, the sense of the movie.
Yeah.
So kind of that rawness. So yeah, I can definitely see him relating to Jeff Bridges' character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So could I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's cool, and he's a real sweetheart of a guy, and loves dogs. So he's in our book, okay. That kind of thing. So cool. Yeah, they come over. He comes over. He brings the dogs. He calls them his people. And they're big dogs. My little Mozart is like, right. Takes off. But, and Noelle just hides in the basement. She doesn't even want to know anything. But it's cool. They love coming over here. He says he takes them for a walk now, and they pull him in the house because they know they get goodies and lovings from Mama Kate now. So.
No, they come in every day now.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. It's fine with me. 8 a.m. I got the coffee going. I know he's showing up any minute, so it's cool.
So there you go. Alone are the cunning.
Alone are the cunning.
So, what up with TMI, G?
What? TMIG? TMI?
Too much information, girlfriend.
Oh man, you missed such a good episode last night too because of the no sound. I was talking about how I woke hubby up with my leg cramps and
yeah, it was great too. It was like a full hour.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I did. I woke up with the most vicious leg cramps yesterday morning, and I've never gotten a cramp before like that ever. I've never done that. So I woke up with the most excruciating pain I've ever had in my entire life. Like labor was easier with Gia, and it was. And he's woken up out of a dead sleep with me screaming, "Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!" Right? And Gia's like thinking I woke up to his icy corpse because he wasn't feeling well the night before, and she didn't know what was going on. She's just hearing me screaming hysterical, and it was the worst pain I ever had, and it lasted for about 12 minutes, and then I just passed out exhausted.
And it ached all day, and you were worried about getting it again last night.
I was scared all day. Oh, you got to tell them you finally got your French bread.
I finally got my French bread.
I made it today.
Yes, it's been a long kind of process to get to
I
where
kept saying I would make it every Sunday.
we made it today, and
Was it good?
she put the ingredients in, and everything worked out, and the dough rose, and then she baked it, and it actually worked, and yeah, it was good. It was more than good, actually. You know, when you go to, you know, ShopRite or wherever, and you pick up their whole loaf French bread or whatever, and you know it was just put out that morning. It may not necessarily be warm, although I have found some loaves there that were warm on the shelves in the morning there.
Once in a while, yeah.
But when you know that outer crust is so crunchy, but you squeeze it and you can feel that the bread is giving inside because it's really moist. And you know, that's what this was, but it had the bonus of being warm, being served right at dinner time, and that was awesome. That was worth the wait.
Thank you, honey. Thank you. Yeah, we didn't eat till 9. And I'm very proud of myself. And now I said, now I can make anything. Now I'm going to herb the French bread. And now I'm going to make, I can make pizza dough. And, now I can make zappos. And, you know, now it's endless. You know, once I make a rise dough, then I can do anything. You know, now I can make anything. So, very exciting.
Except...
What?
Sausage and egg pockets.
Oh... Did they hear about that?
No, well, they would have, but...
I tried to make homemade breakfast Hot Pockets, right? I made the dough, I herbed the dough with parsley and little onion powder. And then I made the filling. I had done a pound of sausage, breakfast sausage crumbled, and I had done a dozen eggs scrambled, and I had a whole pound of shredded cheddar cheese. And I made the dough and I rolled it out and I filled it with the cooked filling, you know, because the dough, it just bakes long enough for the dough to rise. It doesn't really cook the ingredients, so you have to pre-cook them. And I had this enormous, gigantic thing that was delicious but unattractive. Oh my God. It was so unattractive. And, yeah. I tried. The homemade Hot Pockets, not so good. French bread, good. So, you win some, you lose some.
But they were a hit with David's dogs.
They were. I gave it to David. Well, that's actually a compliment because this is a guy that spends $40 a day on meat for the dogs. That's all he does is he cooks them fresh meat and hand feeds these dogs. Yeah. So... I mean, we had gone over there to eat, and he was making pork chops, the big pound ones, and he was making beef on the bone, like brisket or something like that. And he was making chicken. He made a whole roast chicken. And what else did he make us? There was one more meat.
There was liver.
Oh, God, well, I didn't eat the liver. But
no. You missed out. It was so...
livery.
Tasty.
What else did he make? He made chicken, beef, the pork chops. And there was something else besides the liver. Oh, he made this gorgeous salad with a hummus dressing, and oh my God, it was delish.
Yeah, every day he's got a new array of meats.
But that's what he does. He'll go to the store every day, buy the fresh meats, come home and cook them up fresh for these dogs and feed his 2 dogs. His dogs are service dogs too. So, for him to have fed them my herbed bread Hot Pocket omelet was actually quite a compliment.
Yeah. The other thing I noticed about them too, one of the dogs is 8.5 years old, and the other one, of course, is about 2.5.
Yeah, she's a baby.
And you look at the 8.5-year-old, and I've known a lot of dogs. I used to train them. I know tons of people with dogs, and you know, one thing that you always see, it doesn't matter, you know, what you do. I mean, in some people, I even have a Jack Russell back in Canada, which my buddy Todd got now. He actually takes a little finger toothbrush and he has to brush her teeth every day. And there's all these brown stains and whatnot that form around the teeth, and it gets worse and worse, and obviously can work into dental problems and all that kind of thing.
Sure.
Well, the interesting thing is that his 8.5-year-old has got the cleanest, whitest, perfect.
I was looking at Panteras today too.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
Sparkling.
Yeah.
Not a single stitch and nothing on them.
Yeah.
And the reason why is it's all actual meat and food that he feeds them. He doesn't feed them any dog food of any kind, not even the holistic stuff. You know, I had to talk with him, you know. I'm like,
They make some.
Everybody's onto all these, Alpo and all this clown dog food and
well,
stuff.
Blue.
And
the blue now is supposed to be the best.
Well, Blue is good. Go is better. There's all kinds of holistic brands that have come out in the last 8-10 years, and there's no grains, there's no byproducts, there's no fillers. It's just food.
Right.
And they're compressed down and dehydrated and whatever they do to get them into their chunks and into the bags and sell them. But it's all real food. There's no preservatives. There's no coloring added. There's no flavors added. There's no chemicals added. It's just real food. And just, more or less in the North American market, that's really sort of come into its own in the last 4 or 5 years, really. Most people don't do it. But it's funny when you notice little things like teeth. And it really struck me because, an 8.5-year-old dog with teeth that look brand new, like they just got installed at the shop. I've never seen that before in my life.
Yeah, and no, it's true.
So.
So we're just gonna stick around for a few more moments here because, like we said, we have been sitting in front of the computers all day working budgets and doing contracts.
Sick this morning, yeah.
So I need a hot tub because I'm not getting another cramp. Damn it! No way.
No.
No. No.
You sure?
Yeah. You said I wouldn't. You said.
No. I've had what you've had. And it's apparently due to dehydration.
Yeah, and all I drink is coffee for the most part. So.
Well, I've always laughed at that because although coffee is a diuretic,
it's a dehydrating agent.
You're still down in that much fluid every hour because that's how much we drink. But
not even, sometimes more than that in the morning.
I really think it also has to do with salt content.
Oh.
And Kate's salt content is snow. They actually predict 3 or 4 feet of snow on Kate's meal every night. And so I'm thinking, this might actually be a good opportunity to motivate you to ease down the salt because I first had those leg cramp kind of things when I was like 14 or so. First time it happened to me, and I, just like you, woke up out of a dead sleep in this immense, incredible pain. You're like, what the F is going on? What the hell is wrong with my leg? You don't know. Mm-hmm. You've never felt anything like it before.
Yeah, I didn't.
And, and I wasn't drinking a lot of coffee back then, but I sure was having a lot of salt. So, and then, of course, happened later, I think 18 or 19 years old, I had them again in maybe the other leg. Usually always the legs. And, it's happened a couple of times since then through my years, but every time I've had this or talked about this with anybody, it's always that dehydration thing that keeps coming up. So, stay fluid, woman.
I know you can help with that.
Yes, I can, and I most certainly will.
See, I'm just so sweet that I need a lot of salt.
That could be it. I mean, so yeah, I'm also happy to say that in the coming weeks here, the Steadicam pilot that I strap on will actually belong to my company and not rented from someone else's.
Yay! That is the big deal. $4,000 for the sucker.
Well, it is, and it's really cool. There's actually a lot of things I'm looking forward to.
$4,000 for a strap-on. Now that's even excessive for me.
That was funny. I don't know.
I get it once in a while. 11, Sig.
Sign of fire.
11.
Also, something else I'm very excited about too is because back when I was in Canada and the last set that I was on and the last cameras and stuff that I worked with, we didn't have the Red Rock Micro sets. We didn't have the focus focus pullers. We didn't have the matte boxes, the cage kits, lens gear kits.
Of course, he's getting all of them.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but they didn't have that technology in 06.
I know.
Was not there. So we had to make do with, pretty much custom aluminum rods and all this other kind of crap that we used to throw together. But
that's how he got so good at building anything from anything. So.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So it's gonna be cool. So don't worry. There's gonna be a lot of we are doing a making of featurette anyway for the DVD.
Yeah, the trailer will be out probably within a month of starting. So we'll get the trailer up there.
Yeah, when we start.
Well,
not a month from now.
I said, did I say a month from
you
starting?
Were going to. You were
no,
going to.
No, I said a month from starting.
I know the look in your eye. Anyway.
If we do this project the way we do all of our other projects from start to finish without breathing until they're done, it won't be long.
No, it won't be long. No. But don't tell them the trailer will be on a month.
I didn't. I said a
you
month
were
from
gonna.
Starting, though.
Yeah, see this circle we're going in? Yeah. Anyway. No, we'll have the trailer up. We'll take some excerpts from the featurette. We'll have those up.
Yeah, lots of stills from production and stuff.
Yeah. There'll be a Facebook page for it. There'll be all the usual stuff.
Yeah, all the usual promotions.
Yeah. And all the heads up on when the theatrical release will be, when the DVD release will be, all that good stuff. Yeah. Oh, and there's also he was talking earlier today too about promotion materials. They're going to go a little unorthodox with some of the promotion materials because of, I guess, the roots of this story. That resist decal.
Oh yes.
This was actually a reproduction of one of the actual posters that were put up during the time, and his older brother has gone and had it reproduced and reprinted in color, and there's colored decals, and there's all kinds of things going on with that as well that are going to be out to cross promote. So
it's gonna be cool.
It is. It's gonna be awesome.
It is.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, it's nice to do it because this is what we do. The radio thing is awesome, and we love that too. But this is what we do.
It ain't no hot tub. So all right, we'll cut it short.
Yeah, we'll have a longer one tomorrow. So
we'll wish everybody a super duper weekend.
Yes, and we're gonna have a meeting in the morning about HTLA, and because the shows have been hiatus since we've had to do these meetings, we've had to just devote 24/7 to.
It just hasn't worked out. Yeah. We've been lucky to get the webisodes out even.
Yeah. So now that it's in the can and the company is incorporated and all that good stuff's taken care of, and we're almost done with the budget and final contracts. Then we'll be able to, until we get everything we need to start pre-production, we'll be able to concentrate on the shows again and stuff like that. So, so I have Big Marv coming on again.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a hand for Big Marv. Yes. He got in touch with me last week. His film is out. He's got a television sitcom that he wrote and is starring in also. That's going to be on soon on one of the cable networks, but he's got a feature film that he did, and that is being released. And he called me to come to Straight Talk again and promote it, so very excited. Within the next couple of weeks, my Big Marv pal will be back with us on Straight Talk. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's going to be Straight Talk?
Yes.
Awesome. And what's the title of the film again?
I don't know. He was supposed to send everything to producer at HTLA972.com.
He may have. I haven't had time.
Okay. All right.
No.
Well, see, we got to do that too.
All
so
right.
we love you, Meeps, and we will see you here tomorrow night, unless hubby's got anything further.
Yeah, I do. Thanks.
Well, okay, but hurry.
Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, so I'll check the email box first thing in the morning when we have our meeting. I'll see if I can find that information, and we'll give that all to you guys tomorrow night. Same time, bat time, same bat station on the webisode of Doom. So once again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate every single one of you out there watching us.
Yes, we do.
Loving us, hating us, picking us apart, whatever you do with us.
Whatever,
we're
still going to be here. That's right.
And Bob's your uncle. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.